The day the stars went dark above Earth, my sister died screaming into a broken radio. And that was how humanity learned we had been judged. The alien fleet didn't arrive with fire at first. That came later. What came first was silence. Every satellite blinking out at once, as if the sky itself had been unplugged. I was on shift at Lunar Defense Array 3 when the blackout rolled across our scopes like a closing eye. Then the message arrived, encoded in neutrino bursts that bypassed every defense we had. It spoke calmly, coldly. Species Soul 3, you have been assessed. You are hostile. Prepare for corrective extinction. But that was only the beginning. My name is Elias Crow, and I was never supposed to survive the first hour of the war. When the orbital platforms fell one by one, they did it with surgical precision, no wasted energy, no rage. The aliens didn't hate us. That was the terrifying part. They simply believed we were a risk to the galaxy's long-term stability. Too violent, too unpredictable, too emotional. And when my sister Mara's last transmission cut off mid-sentence, something inside me broke that would never heal. None of us were prepared for the truth. Earth burned slowly. Cities weren't glass, they were dissected. Infrastructure collapsed in elegant patterns, as if following a blueprint written centuries ago. The aliens, who called themselves the Varelian Accord, sent observers down to surface, towering biomechanical figures with mirrored faces. They recorded our screams, our resistance, our chaos. Every failed counterattack confirmed their thesis. Humanity, to them, was a beautiful mistake. And yet, even as we bled, we kept fighting, because surrender has never been in our nature. But that stubborn instinct would cost us everything. I was captured in the ruins of New Chicago, dragged aboard a living ship that hummed with alien thought. They didn't bind me. They didn't need to. I was taken to an observation chamber where gravity bent wrong and light whispered. That's where I met Sailthur, a Virelian cognitive emissary. Its voice echoed inside my skull, precise and gentle. You are a representative variable. It said, we wish to understand why you persist despite inevitable loss. What I felt then wasn't fear. It was rage sharpened into clarity. What I said next changed everything. I told Sailthur about Mara, about how she stayed at her post as the hull ruptured, sealing doors manually so others could escape. I told about parents who shielded children from plasma with their own bodies, about medics who ran toward explosions because someone might still be alive. The emissary listened, unmoving. It recorded everything. Then it asked, is this not inefficient? I laughed, blood in my mouth. Yeah, I said, but it's who we are. But that was only the beginning. As days passed, or whatever passed for days aboard that ship, I realized I wasn't prisoner. I was a test. The Varelians weren't just destroying us. They were studying us at the brink. Sailthur showed me simulations of human extinction timelines, each cleaner than the last. In every one, the galaxy stabilized. Peace followed. No more unpredictable variables. No more emotional violence. I saw their logic, and I hated it, because buried beneath their certainty was a fear they refused to name. None of us were prepared for the truth. The turning point came when Sailthur finally showed me the archive. The Varelians had once been like us. Emotional, divided, dangerous. Their history was a graveyard of wars that nearly erased them. To survive, they had purged empathy, locking it away behind cold reason. They called it evolution. But when I asked why they still studied us instead of simply erasing us, Sealther hesitated, because it admitted some of us remember what we lost. Wait! This was not what I expected. Earth's last stand wasn't a fleet or a weapon. It was a message. While the Varelians focused on me, humanity did what it always does under impossible odds. We improvised. A rogue signal, piggybacking on alien comm relays, carried something forbidden, raw human memory. Love, grief, hope. Billions of lives compressed into an emotional cascade. When the Accord received it, their network screamed, not in pain, but recognition. I watched Sealther stagger as ancient feelings surged through its kind. What I saw next changed everything. The war paused. Not ended, paused. Varelian ships froze in orbit, their flawless coordination shattered. Some turned their weapons inward, systems overloading as suppressed emotions flooded back. Others fled. The Accord fractured in real time. Sealther knelt before me, its mirrored face cracking. You are not a mistake, it said, voice trembling. You are a reminder. For the first time since Mara died, I cried. But even then, the cost loomed heavy, because Earth was still dying. Negotiations followed amid wreckage and ash. Humanity stood bloodied but unbroken, facing an enemy that no longer knew what it was. The Varelians offered a ceasefire, aid, reconstruction, all in exchange for one thing, that we never spread unchecked into the stars, that we accept limits. I thought of Mara, of every sacrifice made without guarantee of survival, and I realized something that chilled me more than any alien threat. We had won not because we were stronger, but because we refused to become less. I rejected their terms, not with anger, but with certainty. We won't promise to be harmless, I said, but we'll promise to remember who we are. Sealther watched me for a long moment. Then it bowed. The Accord withdrew, leaving behind technology and knowledge they no longer trusted themselves to wield. Earth would heal, scarred and changed. Humanity would step into a galaxy that now watched us with awe and fear. And as the stars slowly came back online, one truth echoed across the void. They declared war on Earth, and survived only because they learned what humans really are,